Hey, welcome to The Last Call with Mexy and trigoman. In this series, we're going to be covering some games that we've both played and discuss kind of like a game review and just differences in our approach. But anyway, what's up, Mexy?
Hello, hello. How's it going?
Hey, today we're going to be talking about GRIS, and I believe that's how people call it, right? And I mean, we both speak Spanish, so we would call it GRIS.
Mm-hmm.
And the game was made by in Spain, so I'm pretty sure that's what they were going for. The color gray. Uh, so I
That
guess
is
do
how
you
the
want
world
to?
starts.
Yeah, that's how the world. So do you want to give like a little like background as to what the game is? And I don't know. I mean,
I'll
there's not
try
much.
my best because I
Yeah,
don't
because this
know.
is yeah. You can just say like what it is. I mean, you don't have to say what it is about, but maybe like what kind of game it
Yes.
is, right?
So it's definitely a platforming game,
Mhm.
and you basically start off literally just being able to jump in a world that lost its life, and by that I mean just there's no color,
No color,
right?
yeah.
And then as you progress, you gain like little powers, like being able to double jump and things like that, right?
Mhm.
And then you start getting more color into the world. And as you get more color into the world, it builds the world even more. So like you're just going through the same steps over and over, but more is unlocked because the color starts showing up. So
Yes.
that's pretty much the game.
Yeah, and I guess we're gonna spoil the game just so this is a very short one. So if you don't want to listen to this, go play it like 4 hours, I would say, and then come back because we're
Mm-hmm.
gonna spoil the game. So I really enjoy this game. Like I think I before I you played it like when it first came out, right? 2019, something like that, maybe.
Nah, I played it like last year.
Oh,
So it was
last
me,
year,
yeah.
2020.
2020.
Yeah, yeah, because you played it pretty early, and then I played it like last month. And we have just a plug. We have a series of gameplay on our YouTube channel, so you can check it out. It's funny, it's hilarious, it's relaxing.
Good
But yeah,
times.
the main observation from my point of view, and Maxi told me this, is like the game is beautiful. Like you go into that game, the art is beautiful, the music is outstanding, and it's almost like watching a movie or an
Mhm.
anime, actually. Yeah. So
Yeah, like I think the way I explain it is like it's an experience, not a
mhm.
game. Like
Yeah,
it's and like that's the first thing that caught my eye. I was just like, this game is so pretty. Like the way the art style is, the music, it's just like so relaxing to play. You're just kind of moseying through the game. Colors show up and you're just like, this is it's like watercolor, right?
right.
It's
Watercolor.
really
Yeah.
it's really pretty. I really enjoyed watching just playing it.
Yeah, I mean, and I as I'm playing the game, I make a lot of observations of the animation. Like
Mhm.
I don't know, maybe when you were playing it, maybe you didn't care so much, but when I'm playing, I just enjoy moving the characters to see her animate or jumping into the water. The animation that's like it. It seems like they put a lot of work into that because sometimes they're focused on making the game experience better, like playability. But I think like this one, they make put a lot of effort into making the game look good. And it's a 2D game, so
Mhm.
and my only criticism is at the very end is the movie. It's really low quality, like low res. I don't know if you noticed that.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, like the whole game, high resolution, beautiful. I wasn't even playing it in 2K. I was playing just in 1080 or whatever, but it
Mhm.
would look fine. Then the the clip at the end is like, oh come on, guys.
I think it's because they were going for like painterly style. So
But it looked pixelated.
that's fair. That's fair.
I guess. Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, that's pretty much my review of the platforming stuff. There are some like it's not a hard game, but I wouldn't be like a 5-year-old can beat it. But it's you will not you will finish this game because the game doesn't want you to lose. Like in my gameplay, I keep saying that like you just go and you'll find where you need to go. You're not trying. You're not trying to. You're not gonna be like those games where you go to a corner and you can't go there. I don't know if that's how you felt.
Yeah. So I was gonna mention that I think the game does a really good job of teaching you how to play the game.
Hmm.
Like it's very intuitive, right? At some point, you're getting like early on in the gaming, the first power you get is turning into a block, right?
Hmm.
I don't know if you turn into a block, but whatever.
Yeah, it's
Um, and the wind is like pushing you back, and you kind of like, okay, well, I can turn into a block. Maybe this works, right? And then you
yeah.
stay in place. So like it does a good job of like teaching you how to use the new powers that you
Hmm.
get, and then like as you're going through the game, and you make a mention of this in the series, like you start combining these powers to do certain things.
Yeah,
Uh, like turning into a fish to pick up the little red butterfly things to jump, double jump and stuff.
yeah.
Like it's very simple mechanics that like work so well together. So,
Right, right. Yeah, it's not a very complicated game, but it's like the simplicity is elegant because
mhm.
they're not throwing a bunch of power ups and level and like skill trees and stuff like that. It's just like as you progress, you're gonna get some things that you can that will open the game a lot more. And once and then you can do certain combinations. But I never felt lost in this game. Like I guess I felt lost, but then I would like I remember like just trust and just keep walking, and you'll find your way. And it just happened. You just found your way. The ice level you saw, I mean, you edited the clips, was the
Mhm.
one that gave me the hardest time when I was
Yeah.
turning into a block and I needed to jump. Like he made a copy of you.
Yeah.
That was so a little embarrassing. Took me
It's
a
it,
long time.
it's funny watching you play because like I played the game like I'm just blowing through the game. Like
Mhm.
the way I play games is just like I want to see the ending, and
Yeah,
I'm very just story driven, so I don't
yeah,
really care for the game. I like the story of a game,
yeah,
which is my complaint, I guess, of this game.
yeah.
But you know, it's funny to watch you, not just like just turn into a black man. Like I don't know what to do. Like
Yeah, it wasn't obvious to me. I was like, I know that I'm supposed to be here, and I know that I can. I was trying to do all these things that didn't work out. Anyway, that maybe everybody else was like obvious, like you. For me, you saw. I mean, it was
I
painful.
think I think that's the first time they force you to use a power that you haven't used yet or
Yeah,
haven't used in a while. Cause
yeah,
like,
yeah. Because you never used the block except those two times, like walk through the sand to the sandstorm, and then that
mhm,
frozen area. Oh, I guess also to break the ground. So I guess
right, but
no, I had yeah.
it's more like you use the block to break things. Like as you're
Mhm.
progressing through the story, like the only thing the block does for you is break things, right?
Right, right.
Like you don't use it as a tool.
Yeah, yeah. And in the ice level, you use it to create a stair, like
Hmm.
basically stairs. Yeah, but anyway, that was the part that gave me the hardest time. And like you touched into the story. The story is weird. I know there is a story. I know that it means something. I didn't find the meaning. Like overall, I can understand that she's trying to restore the colors of the world, but
Yeah,
that's too abstract.
yeah. I don't really understand the story. Like to me, it was like there's a little girl, and then there's like I would assume is the deity of this world because she looks
Mhm.
very angelic or you know.
Yeah, she's not a human. She's human. Like her face is a human, but
Hmm.
she has like sticks for limbs. So
Yeah, like I said, it's very water painterly, but it's just like she's restoring the world, and then something with stars because stars are there too apparently.
yeah, yeah, stars.
No, that's it. That's all I know.
Yeah, and I wish they would have explained a little bit more as to what is it that like. I mean, maybe they didn't want to or explain, or maybe that was the whole thing. But I don't know. I honestly I was surprised by the ending because it kind of like ended up pretty abruptly.
Yeah, it just comes
Yeah,
out of nowhere, right? You're just
yeah. I
like,
was like,
oh, I know
well,
what I'm gonna do next.
I guess this is the end of the game. But yeah, and then her singing is something has to do with it. I think she loses her ability to sing, and then you get it at the end, and then you bring things back to life.
Yeah,
But yeah, I
it's the
don't know.
problem with this game. It's just like I want to know why I'm doing these things. It
Yeah,
was
yeah,
fun. I just don't understand why.
yeah, exactly. So this game doesn't tell you why you're doing anything. So you just go in there. The I would say the other one that gave me some trouble was the upside down world, like where it's pretty like all of the things that I saw in these games are things that I've seen in other games.
Hmm.
So it doesn't surprise me to see these things. It's just kind of like you can see the patterns, I guess, like double jumps, like blocks, upside down worlds. All these platformers have them,
Hmm.
but that gave me a little trouble because it was like moving,
I
moving
think
around, jumping. Jumping was down.
I think something that this game did really well that other games don't do is just like switching between that upside down world.
Hmm.
Because like sometimes you're a fish I just call it a fish. I
Yeah,
guess it's
yeah,
more like
fish.
a
Yeah,
manta ray.
exactly.
You
Yeah.
turn into that fish mode and like you jump the line and then
Hmm.
suddenly you flips the world over, but you're still like in that momentum.
Yeah.
It's, it works really well. Like movement is really well done.
Yeah, and then when you cross that line, the little string broke. It was like a little detail, but I know you don't care about these things, but I was like,
Mm,
it's crisp how it just breaks and then it comes back. Yeah, I just, man, these guys put a lot of attention to detail.
yeah, it's interesting. I liked it a lot. I think my favorite part of the game is kind of like, to me, you're going through the same areas over and over again, but as you're unlocking color, it's adding to the world, right?
Yeah,
Like at the beginning, it's just like desert and black and white, and then you unlock green, and then it adds trees and stuff, and then water gets added into the game,
right, right.
and then
Yeah,
you unlock yellow, and that adds light into the game. So it's a really cool mechanic, I think.
right. Really progression. Yeah, of the game. Like when you add color. Yeah, the I didn't care so much for the underwater world. It just
Mhm.
felt like, I don't know. I mean,
Water worlds never. Nobody likes
yeah,
water water
it's
levels,
just
man.
movement is weird. And then there's a scary part in there that maybe did it scare you or is it just me? The
Uh, eel.
the the eel, yeah. Like startled, not scared. Like it startled me. I wasn't expecting it, but I guess you can kind of hear it with the music. But
To be honest, what freaked me more out was the bird stage,
oh yeah,
because
the
I
bird
wasn't
was.
expecting it, and I was wearing headphones, and it was just like, ah! And I was like, oh god.
Yeah, yeah. The bird. Maybe it did. I don't remember the bird if I got startled, but the eel for sure. That was the scariest moment. Like, oh my god, because everything
Oh,
started and then you're swimming,
I'm
and then
aware.
bam.
And I was editing, and you get startled. I'm like laughing at me.
Oh, I'm glad you found it hilarious.
You know,
Yeah,
gotta entertain myself while I do work.
yeah. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess this game's on all the platforms now. Android seems like Android, PS4, iOS. You can
On
play wherever
everything.
you want. Yeah,
I
as I
played
use.
it on the Switch. What did you
Oh, you
play it
played it
on?
on the Switch.
Yeah,
Oh, so you were playing on the. Did you play it on the like on the mobile way or TV?
I played it on a monitor, so
Oh,
I
on a
had a
monitor.
really janky setup because I was playing it at work
Mm.
during
I
my lunch
see.
hour.
Oh, nice, nice. Oh, back in the days when you used to go back
Yeah,
in the office.
back when we had offices to go to.
Cool. I played it at work. That's interesting. Yeah, I
Yeah.
I played it on a PC, but with a PS4 controller, PS3 controller. So
Okay.
it's the game, the way platformers are meant to be played with a controller, not keyboard and mouse. But
Is there anything you would have improved in this game, or anything
mm,
that you thought could use improvement?
I guess maybe I don't want to say the story because maybe I'm just like not good at understanding. But I guess
Mm-hmm.
if we're trying to lower the bar of that, like maybe that, and then I already said that the clip at the end they could have rendered it at low or high res, or they just could have used the game to render that clip because the game is already they're not showing you anything different that you haven't seen.
Mm.
But I guess it probably would have been harder to implement in terms of like because I know how code is like it's probably harder to write code for that than to just do a video.
Sure.
But I don't know. Like other than that, I felt like didn't feel there's not a lot to add to this game. How
Mm.
about
All
you?
right.
Do you think something's lacking? Do you?
Um, I would have liked a little bit more on what we're doing in the
Mhm.
storyline, but again, that might just be a kind of open to interpretation kind of thing, which
Yeah.
is fine, I guess. Um, However, I kind of wanted it. This is kind of like a controversial statement, I guess it could be. Is like I kind of wanted to be longer.
Yeah. Yeah, and with those indie games, you usually get like 4 or 5 hours of game, and it just feels like I hope they make a second one. It's just the or another game with the same art style.
Yes.
Because it's just like the game is so good, like, and it's like, so I wouldn't be, I don't know if I would replay it because it's like there's no other things to explore. I guess there's more achievements, but I don't know what the achievements are because they're hidden. But I guess I would replay it just for that. But I don't know if it's a replayable game. What do you think?
I don't think so.
Yeah, you just play it once and then you're done. So that's why maybe being longer would
Like,
be.
I'd be okay watching other people play it because,
Mhm.
like, I've seen like me watching you play it is enjoyment to see like how you play the game differently than I do,
Yeah,
but also to see. I think the game as an experience in itself is so good to see other people experience it would
yeah,
be entertaining
yeah,
because like you could see videos and stuff, and I don't think the videos and trailers do it justice because the first moment when you unlock the first color and you just see the world just light up, it's like wow, like
yeah,
I
yeah,
was honestly like wow, like it's just
yeah.
I don't know how to give it a better explanation than that.
Right, right.
So I think that
So it's longer game, but yeah, maybe it's a
yeah,
teaser for something else because they're a small studio, so maybe they're working on other things.
that's a double edged sword, right? Because if it gets too long, then it's just monotonous, right? So
Hmm.
it's kind of like it could have been longer, but does it really add anything to the game?
Exactly.
So I see it from both ends. I personally, just because I'm like, I wanted to play it more,
Yeah.
but me,
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, overall, I think it deserves a play. It should be definitely added to your Steam collection or whatever collection that you have going. It goes on sale regularly, so just pick it up then. Other than that, I don't know, man. I think this is all I
it's
have for this game. Buy it, play it, enjoy it. If you don't want to play it, watch the gameplay that we have on our channel.
mm-hmm, good stuff.
Cool.
Superbly edited, if I say so myself.
Indeed, because there have been some areas where I'm like, oh crap, cut this out, please, Mexi.
We'll get
Cool.
the Mexican one day.
Yeah, that's too rough.
Rough.
Cool. All right. Well, I guess with
All right,
that, we'll catch you later.
peace.
Peace.